Welcome back to 123 Geek, and let's talk about Modern Warfare 2019. The good, the bad, and, well, let's find out. Let's get started. Hello everyone, and actually we're going to be looking at the main screen here, which would be campaign, multiplayer, and the co-op. And each one of these have a sub-menu underneath them. So we'll go ahead and start with multiplayer. With multiplayer, you have the different game modes. In this case, we'll go to jump into filters for quick play. And what's really cool with quick play is you can really filter out what you want to play, and there are some massive ones. Now this is a recently added one. They switched it out from realism. This is a night vision where the map is all night vision. Ground war is very similar to Battlefield, and it's huge. Gunfight is between 2 players, 2v2. Kill confirmed is everyone knows that. Kill, get the dog tag and carry on. Then you have the free-for-all, and then you have a private match, which I haven't done. Moving on from there, we'll look at the weapons. You can kind of see the different weapons upgrades that you can get. This is actually the field upgrades, which is a little different. This is actually where you find stuff like the, the silence, dead silence. That's now a field upgrade, so it recharges instead of it being all the time. These are the different operators, which are really cool because you actually get to change your operator and be who you want to be. And it's really cool. I mean, it's really awesome. And I play as Wyatt. He makes me think of somebody that I know. His name is Kurt. And anyway, that's why I play him. I haven't unlocked all the other characters yet. I am only level 32 in multiplayer mode, or level 34, I should say, in multiplayer mode. This is the Russian. We have Russians and a couple of the... it's not bad or good, so we'll just put it that way. This is a guy I just got. Gasson, pretty awesome. This is what it does for every single new operator that you unlock, so it's pretty cool. And so moving on from there, let's go ahead and take a look at the store. So right now there's nothing in the store. It's just this endowment thing for the US military, which is kind of cool that they're still doing that. And we'll go ahead and we'll look over at basically yourself. It's what you have, the calling cards, and the different things that you get to, the different levels. It shows you here what your progression is, when you're going to get certain things, and it's pretty neat. So this is something that I actually really appreciate, that they actually show you all of and at what level you're going to receive these, or what level gap, because they go by level gaps, and because not every level you don't get something new. So now they have achievements. I've only unlocked 7% of the achievements, but hey, you know what? I just started playing. The game came out, a week ago? And actually, I just want everyone to know the reason why I got this out here is I'm going to be getting to that. It took me a little bit of time, but we'll go ahead and take a look at co-op. Under co-op, we have the different play modes in here. We have classic Spec Ops. Spec Ops is basically a bunch of guys, wave and waves of enemies. They keep coming, and you have to try to survive as long as you can. There's the public match, which is just like these different missions that you could do. Private match, which is, I don't know, I think it's just with your friends. And once again, this is just loadouts. These are just the standard loadouts, and everyone knows those unlock at level 4. So, moving on from there. Okay, so this is one of the first things that I want to show you. There are tons of lag issues. Absolutely tons of lag issues. I was not stopped on co-op. I was stopped on... And at least this is just the PC version. I did not stop my mouse. My mouse was still moving around. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into a match here. Matches take not too long, actually, to get in. I was hoping that I was going to be able to fix some of the lag that you should see in the gameplay here. Some of the lag, what I did is I had to create a NAT rule in my router. A NAT rule is basically a way for the outside world to communicate with the inside world. it's like kind of a protection within your network, I should say, within your internet, you know, going to your router and to your computer. So Gunrunner is, so here's some of my take. A lot of the levels are very uninspired. They are not very fun. However, you can still have a good time. My problem is that even though they look good, they aren't laid out very well. There's a lot of confusing turns. There's a lot of blind spots. What they really wanted to do, and I really appreciate this, is they really were trying to make you slow down and think about your gameplay. And you know, I really appreciate it. Now, there's still stuff that's just a little overpowered. For instance, I walk around this corner, this shotgun, I die, the guy behind me just goes and just blows away these two guys. So that needs to be balanced. The shotguns, I mean, you could shoot somebody way too far away, and I'm pretty sure you're not using buckshot. And if you could see, there's a lot of stutter in the game. A lot of stutter. This is, and then it will clear up and it will run just fine for a few minutes. But you see, I run in here and I'm just lagging the whole entire time. And I've tried a couple of things to figure. There's, you know, some things that kind of helped it a little bit. And one of those things would be, you know, basically setting up the game to run in administration mode or an administrator. And anyway, I was not getting any lag except for these big lag spikes. I'm going to die here again. This guy uses a shotgun really close range. A lot of people, that's another big thing that a lot of people are doing, and it's annoying a lot of players, and you can kind of tell with the crossplay who is a PC user and who is a console user. Console users seem to camp a lot, and it's not, I mean, okay, so I go to, what I'm doing there is I'm actually trying to open the door. You can open the door using the butt of your gun, so hitting it open, which is kind of cool. Or you can slow peek it by kind of holding down your scope in and then pressing the peek, which will show up instead of open door. I have a special scope on my gun, which is pretty cool. It does close range and it does far range, and awesome. I mean, it's a blast. There's a lot of things that they really hammered out in this game that I really do appreciate. And anyways, you know, let's go ahead and move on to the next part of the game. That's just, you know, something that I feel like needs to be talked about. So here's one of the things that we have, and it's one of the cutscenes. There's nothing wrong with, I mean, the way that they look is astronomical. It's beautiful. But the major thing is a lot of the cutscenes, and this is on the PC version, and I don't know why this happens to be the case. It's very, very choppy, extremely choppy. This is not from me recording. This happens whether I'm recording or not. And I honestly, there's a lot of problems. There's a lot of problems with the game. I've tried to fix it. It's not a video card issue. I'm running everything on Ultra. I've tried turning everything down to low. I've tried making a lot of changes, and it really doesn't make a difference. There's no exact explanation as to why this happens. And it's one thing to look out for if you're planning to buy it for the PC. So let's go ahead and move on to the next part, which is part of the campaign, and we'll talk about that. So we can go ahead and start here. I had been, you know, taking off, getting into probably the fourth level of the game, and I kept running into this really strange bug. The game is really buggy. The door just kind of slams, and I'm like, all right, I got this door. I'm going to go ahead and open it again. And then I'm like, all right, I got to get covered and make sure, and it slams again. So I don't know what's going on here. It's very strange. And all right, let's, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Now, the next scene that actually shows up, and it's going to be coming here in a couple of seconds, and it's pretty neat, It's very reminiscent of the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I think they do it a tad bit better in this one, but you know, it's just kind of my opinion. At first here, I actually didn't know that I could move forward. I guess I just wasn't paying attention to what was on the screen, and I decided I was going to try shooting all of these. I'm like, wow, they really want me to try and you know, get these guys from far away, and I feel really derpy that I did that. But anyway, it's like plain as day. Once I started moving forward, I was like, ah, okay. What it doesn't tell you is that you can back up as well. So, you know, I guess, what am I going to say? Anyway, there's a lot of other really cool parts of the mission. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Alright, so here we are moving in as SAS. And that is actually the English, kind of like Navy SEALs. They call them Tier 1. Anyway, they are like the best for when it comes to Navy SEALs. Or for the SAS, you know, they're the best for the English military teams. Nonetheless, so it's infiltrating this house. The graphics are gorgeous as you play. I love the fact that you interact with each and every single one of the AI. The AI actually can react in different ways, which they really thought about. And it's truly, honestly, like, amazing just how great they do in this. It's just fantastic. So here's just a moment. I'm infiltrating this room. The physics on the door, you actually can slowly push it open and try to figure out your way in, and kind of make a decision on how you're going to approach each and every one of these situations. So that's like a really cool thing that I really do like about the game. And you have the opportunity to save people. The environments are completely interactive. It's really cool. And you have this team, and you have the ability to save the team from certain death. So we'll move on to a little bit forward into the mission. So here I'm actually able to save my my squad mate, and he is down, and he actually gets dragged away by the other AI that's on my team. And this is, I mean, you could like I said, it's very interactive. One of the things is sometimes the you know, the weapons, they kind of get in the way. You know, peeking corners, it's a very tactical game. I just realized that I should have probably reloaded, because I probably would have died if I ran into anybody. Now I'm playing on hardened mode, which is just above the easy mode, basically. Or just the medium mode. So I'm playing on a more higher difficulty. And here I actually had to clear out the rest of the rooms to make sure that we can move forward. So I kind of want to show you how we actually go into each area. And here, let's go. Let's take a look here. So it's very tactical. You move up slowly as a team. They follow, even though you're in the back, they can see when you're moving, so it's really cool. You can kind of keep track of what's going on. And anyways, this is just going to be another infiltration here, and we'll go ahead and move on from there. Alright, so this is the second to last infiltration of this mission, which is pretty interesting. The AI are extremely intelligent. They did an amazing job with the AI. And I'm actually moving into the last infiltration part of the game, or this mission. And I'm actually taking point. My team is behind me. I go to open the door, it's locked. So I move out of the way, and he pops the lock for me. I move in slowly because I'm trying to be cautious, and that's what I'm saying. It doesn't just fling the door open and you go for it. I see it and I have to take the shot. And she's down. And I mean, honestly, that's the way that the game is. They really thought this game through. There are some things that I'm quite upset about in this game, and it's misplaced blame. Now, there was a part in the game where they talk about this attack that took place, and it was actually the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom that took place in this attack, and we placed blame on the Russians in this game, and I don't approve of that. However, if I had to, I would have to say that I would give this game a 7 out of 10, mainly for the fact that there's a lot of bugs and they still haven't fixed it, and it's been over a week. So anyway, you know, that's just my take on the Call of Duty game here. And if you know, what are your thoughts? Please let me know. Thanks. Thank you so much for stopping by 123 Geek. And that was my review and some gameplay of the game Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. Please leave a comment. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell icon, and please hit that like button. It helps me out greatly when you hit that like button. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. You can reach me on my Twitter. You can reach me on my Patreon. You can reach me basically anywhere. I read every single comment. Thank you so much again for stopping by 123 Geek. Have a fantastic week.